Hello and welcome to the 21st edition of the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals from Sakhir, from Welcome to the 21st edition of the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals, coming to you from Bahrain International Karting Circuit here in Sakhir, Bahrain. And of course, we're bringing you our first live studio, as you can see, direct from the circuit, celebrating the champions from all around the world here at this really special event. Almost 400 drivers, almost 60 countries represented. And to bring you even closer to this event, we're going to be highlighting what's happening every day and, of course, sharing some really interesting interviews. Before we do this, I'd like to take one step back to 2019. We're going to Sarno, Italy, where Rotax celebrated 20 years of the Grand Finals and, of course, the very special highlights. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
There is no feeling like winning. The glory, the emotion, the memories. But there is so much more to the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals than the world-beating, adrenaline-pumping racing. Every day, the Rotax family puts on something special. This is an event like no other. The Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals is about making new friends and catching up with old rivals, to smile, to laugh, and to support one of the 60 competing countries. It is an annual gathering of the biggest, most colourful, most unique family in karting. It is about putting on your race suit and waving your nation's flag. This is a celebration of our sport. Every driver has earned their place here, and this is their reward. Winners go down in history, but every driver fights their own battle, pushes their own limits, and celebrates their own achievements. Oh yes, the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals is more than just a race.
This one. Well, there we go. That was Sarno. What a fantastic event. Welcome, Andy.
Hi, thank you for having me.
It's nice to see you because normally you're a little bit behind the scenes.
Yes.
Doing the social media for Rotax. So maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you do and your role here at the Grand Finals.
So again, thank you very much for having me. On the social media channels for Rotax Karting, we try to bring the emotions and what Rotax does in karting to the people at home. Yes. Yeah. So also this week we're trying to bring the feeling of the racers and of course impressions of the track and of all the things that are happening here to the people.
There's lots happening.
Yes, there's very much happening, exactly.
Yeah, lots to see. And of course we've already seen some of those videos on social media.
Yes, exactly.
I've also noticed there's people asking lots of questions.
Yes.
So maybe, you know, that's something also that I think we can help to answer here on our live studio as well. Where to watch the Grand Finals, where to see the live timing. Well, of course, we've got time schedule, live timing, results, everything.
Yes.
through the global app, which you can download. So this probably answers a lot of the questions. And of course, direct from the Rotax website. So that's www.rotax-cart.com.
Exactly.
And you've got all the links there, as well as YouTube.
Yes.
So not only Rotax karting.
Yes. You can see here on the screen Rotax karting. And not only on YouTube, we post a lot on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter as well. So just follow our social media channels and you'll be updated.
Now tell me, with the questions, I suppose a lot of the things, people are new to this particular event.
Yes.
And a lot of people watching don't know that I suppose all the karts are brand new. Everything is, so we're really finding Rotax creating that level playing field, which is the philosophy behind the Rotax Max Challenge. Of course, they qualify from all the different events, almost 60 countries represented here at the grand finals. And of course, everything is new, everything is equal. We've got 3 chassis partners, so we've got Virolat, we've got IPK Karting, which is Praga, and we've also got Sodikart from France. So all the chassis, even for the E20, are provided for everyone. So it's all brand new. I mean, it's like Christmas when you see that photo. And we'll take a look a little bit back to at some of those photos from the raffle and videos. Tell me, is there anything we can look forward to that's kind of special that you can give us a little bit of a hint about what we can see coming up?
We are trying, of course, to cover all the racing that's happening, but we want to give people an opportunity to ask questions, not only to us at Rotax, to the organization, but also if people have questions for racers, for teams, go ahead and post them on social media or DM us. We're very happy to go around the paddock and talk to the people.
I actually saw one question. People were asking, how do they actually know which cart they get? And it's all computerized. It's a raffle. They scan their pass.
Yes.
And of course, the computer says, right, you've got cart number 7, and then you take cart number 7.
Yes,
so nobody knows at the beginning which cart they're going to get, but everything is there. It's complete. And of course, tomorrow we're going racing, so we're going to see, I'm sure, how close the racing is going to be. So we know that you're there behind the scenes and you're sharing all this great information, photos and videos and everything. And I know that there are some special things, but I'm not allowed to say what they are coming up, some videos.
We need to keep some surprises.
Yes, I know. And it's really great, I think, now that everybody around the world can join in, they can share things.
Yes, definitely.
If there's something in particular that you want to see or ask, please ask, because Andy's going to help us to find the answer. So, yeah, okay. Great to have you, Andy. Now, I know there was one video that went on to social media.
Yes.
And we're going to be joining Daryl Smith with Karina Camper, who's racing the E20 kart from Austria. They show us a little bit around the paddock, so a bit of a tour of the paddock.
Yes.
And I know this was on social media. If you missed this, please follow, like, share, all that stuff. And we're going to take a look now. So stay tuned and enjoy our paddock tour.
With Karina Camper. Hi everyone, Daryl here from BRP Rotax, and we'd like to welcome you all to the 2021 Rotax Max Grand Finals in Bahrain.
So it's my first time. I'm racing for Austria this week, and I'm really eager to see something from the paddock or whatever, because you know your way around, I don't. So would you please show me something?
Let's hop in the buggy. We'll go around to the teams and talk to some people and just get a general idea what's going on.
Sweet.
So here we are. We've just left the rental kart track, and watch yourself here. We've got a bit of a bump. Hang on. Okay, here we go. You want me to drive faster?
Whee! Finally.
Here's the boys from Rotax and the girls from Rotax. Say hello to the camera. Say hello to your mum, Felix. She's watching back at home.
I hope so.
Yeah. Say hi, mum.
Hi, Mom.
There you go. And watch these rental car bullheads coming around the corner. There we are. So you can see them flying around. Just a part of the track, but it's a fantastic layout. It really is one of the best tracks I've ever driven on, really. And I've driven on many tracks, but this is absolutely brilliant, really good. So wait till you get out there.
I'm really excited. I did the track walk the other day.
Okay.
It's really a lot of uphill and downhill as well, and some banking too.
Yep.
So it will be really exciting to go there with the e-carts.
We're coming up here to the Rotax workshops. So if anyone has any difficulty at all with their particular kart, which we hope not, they can bring it here to the Rotax workshops. And down this section here, we have all the handout of the toolboxes and the lead. So they cater for pretty much everything here. So what we'll do now, we'll head out of here and we'll head down to the big tent. And you've got the cleaner here, as you mentioned, for the weekend.
Yeah, they'll just probably
and so
Steve's
Steve's going to be cleaning Karina's car for the weekend. And yeah, so we'll make our way out and see some more of the paddock. Back in the paddock again. Here he is himself, one of the sheikhs of Bahrain. Okay, see you later. So up here, let's go and have a look at the go-karts.
How many cars is it?
376.
How much work is it? You know, it looks like a lot of work. But
This is enormous. You know, we have nearly 400 go-karts that they have to put together just for this event.
I'm really looking forward to that. I think it will be amazing.
Yeah.
The most important question, can I finally drive now?
You sure can. Let's turn her off here. And it's over to you. I'm out.
Well, Ferdinand, great to see you here. Ferdinand Habsburg, just thought you'd drop in.
Yeah.
Of course, one of our former Rotax racers, now travelling the world, racing cars, WEC 2021 champion, Le Mans winner, Asian LMP2.
Yeah.
What are you doing here at the Grand Finals? One more time, you can't stay away.
Visiting my good old buddies and making myself go crazy that I'm not racing myself. Yeah, I was here just a month ago in Bahrain.
Yeah.
Where the championship finished, and so I had good feelings here, and when I came, got the invite to come down here to have a look at the new E20 joining the Grand Finals, I think that was a good enough reason to come down for a couple of days.
Because I know you've been driving the E20, and we won't go into that too much just now. A little bit of testing earlier in the year. For now, I'd like to take a look at a video that we made yesterday, and I know you haven't seen this, but it was really, really fun to join you in the paddock. We ran into you there, Henry and I. So, going to take a look at part one.
Perfect.
And maybe you can give us a little bit of insight into what you've been doing, but also what it's like to be back here at the Grand Finals and sharing in this experience with lots of new and younger drivers as well.
And some that I knew that are racing.
I know. I'm sure you'll be back. For sure you won't help yourself.
Yeah, I think I won't be able to help myself. I'll have to come back.
Okay. We'll take a look and then we'll talk more about that.
Sweet.
Welcome to the 2021 Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals here at the Bahrain International Kart Circuit. My name's Henry Baudet. With me, as always, is
Jen Wade, and it's fantastic to be here in Bahrain. The International Karting Circuit. So much happening. First day.
Yep, really is. This is a new feature for our coverage of the Grand Finals. It's going to be a paddock show. We're going to have a little wander around the paddock, aren't we, Jen? We're going to catch up with what goes on behind the scenes to give people here, because we know that so many people can't make it this year. The restrictions are in place on how many people you're allowed to bring, so there's a lot more people watching at home. We want to tell you, family and friends who would normally be here but can't make it, we want to give you an insight into what's going on, into one of the most challenging, but certainly, I think, one of the most exciting and special Rotax Challenge Grand Finals. We're going to catch up with Ferdinand Habsburg. We've got a lot of guests. Let's have a little wander around the back of the paddock, because this is a fantastic, fantastic venue. Okay, Jen, we're now coming into my most favourite part of the entire Grand Final. Who doesn't love the driver's tent?
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing. And of course, they've got it all opened up along here. A little bit of wind, as you can tell.
Yes.
Here in Bahrain. But I think it's fantastic. Everybody's got enough space here spread out. So
yeah, it's really good.
The atmosphere.
Nothing like it in the world.
The flags, the driver boards.
Yep.
And as the week goes on, you'll see this will be set up like some crazy.
Oh yeah, there's this. I can already see a leprechaun in the distance, but they've got this. There's a lesser spotted Ferdinand Habsburg over by there. Let's go and have a little look and chat there. Ferdinand, fancy meeting you here. This is
ex-Rotax Grand Finals driver, Ferdinand. First of all, tell us how you're doing. This year's been fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you fancy coming for a walk?
Yeah, I think that'll be
Let's go for a walk.
I'd love to catch up with you guys a little bit, see what's been going on lately.
Yeah.
I know you guys have been missing me a lot.
Well, of course. I think the ladies been missing you as well. I mean, looking very well. Just in case anyone doesn't know, you've got your own label.
Yeah. It's important, you know. You take away any sort of problems there.
Yeah. I mean, thinking back to when you raced in the Grand Finals, being back in the tent, what does that send to you? You know, what's that do for your emotions?
Well, I mean, like, this is like your home for like a week when you're racing here, and that's the same feeling I had out here in Bahrain. Came in and immediately there's this element of like we're all competing against each other, enemies, but we're here together at the same time for the same reason, and that kind of like creates a sort of family feeling. And on top of that, we've got like Japanese here on this side, the Swedish over there, we've got like Swiss over there, and we're all here together, meeting new drivers, new friends. And one thing that I've noticed particularly from when I used to be racing, a lot more girl racing drivers, which is so awesome, because it shows that they've got this big interest now coming in for girls to come in and try to kick the butts of all the boys. So, and that's awesome. In every category you see a couple girls racing, and it gives you a lot of hope for that.
Exactly. And you know, you're girl power, isn't that right, Jen?
That's right.
You know, you
and actually I'm sure it was Olsen that was the fastest in the ASCAP in the first session.
Exactly. So, you know, and again, it's great having girls, but it's great having girls succeeding.
Yes.
You know, it's not having like a token gesture, because that I don't think does any favours. It's seeing young females, you know, right up at the front battling. Well, let's have a look. So we've got. You can see that the team from Taiwan, Chinese Taipei, they are out in DD2. Now, these emerging nations, though, when you were in the Grand Finals, again, they were different. There were countries coming up. I mean, we've got a great team from Lebanon, great team from Thailand. You know, a lot of people from Oman and Bahrain. That's great for the sport as well, isn't it?
Well, I think Rotax never lacked internationality, and it's got that again this year. It's always been strong, making sure that as many nations are represented as possible. And even in times like these, we're able to do it in a really, really wicked way, to have us still live our dreams out in racing and do it in this possible way. It's absolutely awesome. And like you said, you meet so many people, and you see people going up and down. I know obviously most of the guys from Austria and Hungary and Czech Republic, because that's the sort of area I grew up racing in. But we got some.
I was going to say we were talking about the lady races. Well, I think first time ever.
Get away.
Three sisters, the Babikova sisters, and their little brother Zednek is in Micromax. Now, okay, you have to forget 4 family members all here. We've got Petra, Aliska, Teresa, 2 in DD2, and then at the end there, Zednek in Micromax. Now, you have to forgive me, but so Petra?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. I know, I was going to say hello. You know, welcome to Grand Finals. Is this your first or second one?
Well, I was meant to be racing last year in Portsmouth, but I got cancelled, so first time, yes.
Now, we were discussing, Jen, you know, who's going to be the first female Grand Final champion. You know, we've got Matilda Olsen doing really, really well in the E20 class, but I think it's your final before them, so you could have the chance.
Well, we'll see. I'll try my best, and we will see what happens.
Okay. Well, are you going?
We should talk to her, because I was trying to get some promotion for W Series going, because there's this awesome platform, you probably know about it, that you should go and try and you can go and start making money early as a racing driver. And I was going to speak with you if you were actually going to start doing the tryouts for W Series.
We were speaking about it, but I'm very young. I'm just 14 years old.
That is okay. Yeah, that's a good reason to give it some time. Yeah.
I know that he's trying to get, you know, women in motorsport, but he shouldn't be taking children in motorsport.
Yeah. I couldn't judge quite the age, so I didn't know. But it's great that she's doing here already Grand Finals in that age. That was me as well.
I know, yeah.
W Series races with Formula 3 cars, so you've got a couple of years for sure.
A couple of years. Remember the name Babikova. They're going to be, you know, not only because there's 4 of them, but because they're very good as well. They've got Danny Curl, the 2017 CIK World Karting Champion, helping with their coaching as well. So that's really good.
Nice. So how are you enjoying it here?
I find it really nice. I love the track. I think it's quite hard, but I think it's really nice as well. And
it's like there is one line that you can use, and if you go off this line, you get lots of dirt on your tires, and then it's sliding a lot. But I'm very excited for the race, and I'll do my best.
And have you driven at night before, or will this be the first time?
Yes, I have driven it before, also night and also like a day. I've been testing here a few weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
So
that's what you need, because it's such a weird feeling to drive at night. I mean, at least it was for me the first time.
Yeah, I know. I did a 24-hour endurance race, and it was like going out at 2 a.m. in the morning. It's like I should be in bed by now, but no. But best of luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
Have a good weekend.
To you and the whole family.
Family vacation out here in Bahrain for them, isn't it?
Just a bit, just a bit. And I think mum and dad are like the most stressed people in all of Bahrain. I mean,
it'd be so interesting, like them putting bets on who's going to finish best between the four of them. That's definitely how my family would work.
And little Zednek in kart 25, but the kart raffle yesterday, I said, Zednek, how do you cope with living with 3 sisters? And he went, life is unbearable.
I had 2 sisters, so I agree with him, but
Experience to find yourself back in that tent. I know you've been to the grand finals before, but to be there chatting with people, did you get kind of like, that feeling like, I want to be here, I want to be in the go-kart, I want to be out there again on the track?
I think that there is somewhat of a throwback for me to walk around and just chat with them. I think my favorite part coming back and not racing is being able to just chat with them and catch up and meet the new drivers, meet the new environment, the new style of racing. And talking about the new style of racing, also seeing a huge change when it comes to interest in motorsport for women. Seeing how that's changed. When I was racing, there was maybe 1 or 2 girls at the track maximum. And we've got a lot more girls here in the grand finals from lots of different countries. And not just being here, but also strong and and ones that you like, okay, well, they're one of them that could win. Exactly.
Very competitive. 13 girls actually, out of 378 drivers.
Insane.
13.
Yeah.
So someone asked me the question, what percentage of girls have you got this year? 3.44%.
Yeah.
But when I think that there are thousands of drivers all racing these RMC, series around the world, I think there's a pretty good percentage of girls that have qualified when you consider you have to qualify through the Rotax Max Challenge series to be the champions and to qualify for this event. So when you think there's a lot of boys that aren't here, but we've got 13 girls. And of course, as you met one of the sisters of a family of 4, 3 sisters and their little brother, all racing here, all qualified for
big
the grand
talent pool there.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
No, I mean, that's really special. And I think the trajectory is going towards a more, an equal amount of boys and girls. And starting off with maybe 1 or 2 girls that I knew back then to now having met a bunch of the new girls that are entering the sport, just shows the change in racing is something positive. And continuing on the topic of change, we've also got the E20 here now, which is a product that's been around for 2 years now, and I've been lucky enough to be a part of it for the past 2 years. But now, having entered, for me, one of the most exciting race weekends of the year, the grand finals, gives it a whole new level, while still maintaining the basic ethos of driver development and futuristic thinking of motorsport in the terms of how can we recreate that feeling of making it accessible to more people and giving everybody equal opportunity. I think that's something that the E20 stands for, or the electric racing part of Rotax is something really trying to achieve. Bringing into the grand finals of the big stage, or on a competition level, creates some hype behind it. It connects the E20 to the petrol heads, and creates a transition platform that shows them the opportunities you can get when you go down that road, and is something I think a lot of future families will be very grateful for, or that cannot afford millions of euros of budget annually to fund their kids' racing dream to go to Formula 3 or Formula 2 and maybe Formula 1. But the E20 creates something possible for them to create equal terms of racing, and that's what it's really, I think, is what Rotax is trying to do. And so it's not only about changing the powertrain, putting batteries in a go-kart. It's about everything. It's about introducing it into the world that's coming towards us and letting the dinosaurs live, because I love it, we love it, we love the sound, we love the feeling, we love the smell. There's nothing that'll change about that. It's creating that new platform that we will all be affected by in 5 to 10 years' time, which are the champions we are creating here today. We're not creating champions for next year in motorsport. We're creating them for 5, 10 years, where Lando used to race in go-karts 10 years ago. He was preparing for Formula 1 today. We've got his helmet here, obviously.
That's right.
And
I thought we'd do that because I
know
he was your teammate, and I know, of course, Lando won his first title, the British title in Junior Max.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people don't realise.
Yes.
You know, it's like Max Verstappen.
Exactly.
The new world champion in Formula 1, 3 times Mini-Max champion in Belgium.
Yes.
So, you know, a lot of those drivers have come through this. And as you say now, I know yourself, you've got the drive fast, act faster.
Yeah.
You're getting out there and also supporting, you know, different initiatives. I think it's really quite fitting for you to have tested the car, to be part of it, and also now helping to promote that, obviously, through Rotax as an ambassador.
Yes.
You know, for the E20.
It was nice because there's, on one hand, you've got your ideas of how you would like to have sustainability in the world when it comes to the environment. But that's one side of sustainability. The other side is being able to create sustainable careers in motorsport. And that's what the E20 is doing. It's connecting both of them together. It's pushing the world further forward, which is what motorsport has always done when it comes to mobility. And sport puts those two together and creates sustainability for racing drivers and for the open-mindedness to doing something more for the environment, getting creative, finding new ways to reduce our carbon footprint, having new ideas, moving forward. It's just the beginning. It's nice to be here for the beginning and to see how that grows, because over the last 2 years they've made such huge developments on certain topics, and just especially in the driving as well, the feeling of the driving, which is just as important.
Yeah. And of course it's the first Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals title this year up for grabs.
Yes.
So 18 drivers, and one of them will be crowned the first ever Grand Finals champion in the Project E20 class. So it's exciting.
Could be Karina.
It could be Karina. Of course, we saw Karina there. It could be also the other beautiful lady in the field. So Matilda Olsen, 2 times Senior Max champion, which a lot of people may not realise, and she's absolutely loving it. But of course, there are 16 guys who are hoping
to take the title. Absolutely.
Yeah, so no, it's great to have you here, you know, Ferdinand, and I think, like you say, it's created also for you, brought back a lot of memories, but created a lot of emotion, catching up with some friends, and we're always happy to have you here. We'd like to keep you for a few more days, but of course I know you're going to run off, but maybe we'll see you on the track tomorrow, or on the grid. We'll get your sort of feedback about what's happening with qualifying and some of the racing, so it would be great.
We'll do.
But for now, we're
Should
going to watch part 2, and we're going to say goodbye.
Yeah.
But everyone's going to be back tomorrow, so we'll look forward to more interesting insight from you throughout the day.
Perfect.
Before you have to fly off and have a short break before you go off to Daytona. So, and congratulations, fantastic year as well from everybody.
Thank you very much.
As well. So let's take a look at part 2.
From DD2, having a little look. An old friend, an old buddy of yours?
Yeah. We had a few rubs and tussles in the back in the past. Had times.
But he's smiling now, though.
Yeah, I'm smiling.
There we go.
He's smiling because I'm not on the track anymore.
there we go. Yeah. Karina Camper is here as well.
Beautiful Karina Camper.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, but
you need to wear a mask, Karina.
Oh, sorry.
But again, so it's great, all levels of experience, and do you know what? It's Zen's taking an interest in the DD2s, in the E20s from DD2. We're going to start seeing, I think, a lot more drivers start crossing over, you know, from internal combustion to electric. First of all, Karina, day 1 of the Grand Finals in the books. Practice completed. What are your thoughts?
I can't say too much because I missed out on most of the practice.
Oh dear. Okay, well, but I mean, when it was out there, you've had a feel for the track. You've certainly had a feel now for the events as well.
Yeah, sure. No, I mean, it's an amazing experience to be here, isn't it? I've met so many people back in the days because I stopped karting like 11 years ago, and seeing so many people and catching up with them. It's weird. I haven't seen them in so long, and still some people, you know, like never change. It's really great.
Exactly.
You're talking about me, I never changed. I'm still that 14-year-old baby.
Yeah. But it's what you were saying is it's like the family. You come back to your karting family, you know, you see, oh, I miss being in the paddock, and then there's still the same people, a little bit older, a little bit less hair, or a little bit greyer, but not you, but I mean, some of your rivals.
I walked in and I saw Corinna and I felt 13 again, thinking, man, how am I going to beat her? It's impossible. But thank you, I remembered I'm not racing against her this weekend, so that's a good thing.
But I mean, look, better luck tomorrow, is that what we're hoping for, obviously?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. So it's great fun here anyway, being here, you know, karting and being out on the track. It's fun, and it's a shame I can't try to beat Ferdinand this weekend, but well.
She's so kind to say try. She knew she'd kick my ass. But.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, Corinna. Thank you. Good luck tomorrow. Alexia Lava, another driver who's experienced in the junior class, the senior classes, you know, so that's really good. So Finland have got representation here. Sweden, Matilda Olsson, former Euro Trophy winner, and now she's having her first run out in the thing. But here's one of the most experienced drivers. We're going to get him before he escapes. From Sweden, Hannes Morin. Hannes has spent a lot of time racing touring cars out in Sweden this year. Impressions of the first day of on-track action in the E20?
Well, it's been quite interesting, to be fair. It's been both fun up and downs, but in general I would say like the track is perfect. I love the track, like both like how the park for me is built and the track and everything. But as well the weather and the e-car, getting to know the track, getting to know the car, it's been pretty much fun. So yeah.
Now I mean, so again, obviously you racing in cars now, coming back to karting, you've done the same thing. How is the transition back? Does it take a while for you to go from car mode to kart mode?
For me, I always feel so destroyed at the end because it's so much more physical for me to go kart. If you don't drive it at all and you go from cars into this, my whole body hurts the next day. So yeah, you think that cars is a lot easier, but it's a bit of a routine thing. The body needs to adapt.
Same for you?
Yeah, I would say like cars is more a mental thing, like where you can't really do mistakes because it makes so much more of a difference compared to go-karts. But yeah, I totally agree. Go-karts is so much more physically tangerine on your body than cars is, absolutely, yeah.
Now, we don't want to cause like an international incident here. However, there are 2 Swedish drivers in E20 this year, and they were having a bit of a laugh and a joke. So, if Sweden gets its first E20 champion in the grand finals, is it going to be you, or is it going to be the lady to your left?
Well, to be fair, I'm the only one who's done a race before in the E20, so I was pretty confident coming here, but Matilda has actually shown pretty good speed, so I think it's going to be an interesting race to see.
An interesting race, so shots fired there. And what would your response to be to becoming the first Swedish potential E20 champion?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough race, and everyone is really good, and especially my countryman here, he's going to be very fast. He's also done E20 before, and I haven't, so he's a bit of an advantage so far, but I've still been very quick today, so I think it's going to be good.
Notice she said countryman, not friend. I'm not just saying.
You are really trying to hyper-analyze everybody. Just leave him to it, you know.
I know.
So she'll be doing the first standing start then, I'm going to guess. So that's pretty exciting, no?
Yeah, I know. I'm only joking. I mean, they are. I know they're good friends.
Though, are you?
No, I'm hey, after all the Formula One and them trying to like turn the noose of getting everything. Like, no, I'm just joking. It's good to see you. You're going to have a great time though.
Yeah, thank you. I think it's going to be a very good race and a good battle. And we'll see what happens in the final. Everything can happen. It's racing.
Friendly.
Yeah, I think you said it best.
The best.
Good luck to you.
Hey, what are you going to analyse now?
We'll wait to see what.
Being cheeky or something?
No, we'll wait to see what happens when we're going into the last corner and one of them's first, one of them second. If we see a nice race or.
Stop putting things in the air. Stop putting. They're going to have a good race. They're going to have a good race. We're going to enjoy it.
They will have a good race. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I know. I just got. Sometimes you just got to, like, you know, throw a little something in the water and look at the
do here, but we're going too far with this, man. We need to get them a beer later.
Oh yeah, no.
Well, there we have it. Our paddock tour with Ferdinand Habsburg and of course our commentator Henry Baudet. Yesterday, walking through the paddock and meeting some of the drivers, introducing you a little bit more to what's going on out there in the driver's tent. For all the news every day, make sure you're following us on all the social channels But more importantly, download the Gazette, which you can find on the official Rotax website at www.rotax-cart.com, and lots of interesting interviews, what's been happening throughout the year, a look back at the grand finals, and of course at all the grand finals, but also a special highlighted article of Sano 2019, because unfortunately not being here last year, we didn't get a chance to do that recap. So download the Gazette, and of course all the social channels, YouTube, if you'd like to follow the racing, or if you miss it, you can get Rotax karting up there on YouTube and tune in, watch everybody. Now, special mention tomorrow, it's qualifying day, special mention for 1:30 local time. So make sure you set the clock. Of course, it's going to be great racing as well following this. We're going to see who's on pole position, and I'm going to be having some of the pole sitters join me tomorrow night. But more importantly, who's going to be on pole position for Heat Race 1 coming to you in the afternoon as well. So racing under lights this week and qualifying tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. This is the 21st edition of the Rotax Max Challenge Grand Finals, and we're here every afternoon. Join us in the live studio, and we're going to say bye from everyone here at the Grand Finals. Make sure you join us 1:30 tomorrow. See you then.